Hi everyone and welcome to the AI Shift. My name is Craig Pateman and it's very good to be with you today. The AI Shift is where we cut through the noise and show you how to actually use AI in your business. And today we want to show you how to build sales funnels that fix themselves. AI can't prevent every mistake, but it can catch, test and repair mistakes before they cost you customers. In this episode, we're going to show you how small business owners can design a simple no-code AI workflow that keeps their marketing and sales systems running even when something breaks. Now let's look at the myth we are planning to bust this week, and that is that AI tools are for creating content, not for fixing operations. In reality, most businesses still today using AI for writing or creating ideas or creating social media posts or creating images for social media posts or so forth. But a very strong power or leverage point with AI is to keep your systems running efficiently and autonomously so that you can focus on other areas of your business, such as spending more time with customers, training staff, looking after your products and so forth. And that's the real power in AI, in being able to pick things up before we humans can pick them up. Now, we've all been there, whether it's the 2 a.m. breakdown or whether it's the weekend issue or the after hours issue when you're Friday evening, when for some reason your best campaign, which was motoring along, has suddenly stopped converting and you're asleep on holidays, gone away for the weekend. Either a form has broken, tracking fails, conversions flatline. By the time you notice, you come back in on Monday, you've had a full weekend of nothing happening from your sales, no leads generated, no leads captured. You're spending money on ads and nothing's coming through. But this doesn't need to continue anymore. What would you do if your funnel could see the problem, test it and fix it, all while you are asleep, you're away, you're engaged in something else, without your input or action? You want to take your sales funnel, your workflow, from that they become ones that think, not just track. Before AI, the old system was that we as humans would try and pick up the errors, try and notice them, maybe check our figures at the end of the week, maybe check our figures at the end of the month. But you can use AI and AI systems to watch for signals and act instantly. So it moves you from trying to find firefighting and putting out the fires to actually future-proof them. And it's not complicated. It's not multiple steps in terms of doing this. It's just a 3-step process, a 3-step framework you can work with, which is to leak, to probe, and to patch. To leak is to pick where the leak is in your sales funnel. Is it conversions are dropping? There's a broken link. A landing page is not converting. A form is not working. So the probe is to run a quick test, excuse me, such as, is the page still loading? Is the form still working? Is the email autoresponder still sending out emails, still sending the confirmation, still following up? And the patch is a trigger, a predefined action that you have built with your AI system to either redirect traffic, alert the team, or switch to a backup page. So you just want to know, where's the leak, work out what the leak is, and then how do we fix the leak? So that loop, leak, probe, patch, is the backbone of your self-healing workflow. So how does it work with no code required? Your first is you need to monitor. So you would already have daily data from your forms, your sales, your site analytics, your ads. You know what's working now. You can see what's working, what happens every day, and you're collecting that data. So you use an automation, either using Zapier or Make or N8N to send a summary to your AI. And AI compares your normal pattern and flags any big drop. So it starts to monitor daily, hourly, every minute, every 12 hours, what is going on. So you set up a simple automation that allows AI to monitor what is the normal one and what is now happening. A good point could be that is suddenly, if things start to go up, you also can be notified not just to fix a leak, but to fix an increase. If something suddenly is taking off, you may need to put more resources to that. But that's a good problem to have, is it not? Depends on what you're doing. Test. So if you see a drop, the second step, so first you monitor what's normal, what's happening, if there's a decline or so forth and you build guardrails in if it's a drop of 5%, 10%, because there's fluctuations. There's fluctuations with the day, fluctuations with the hour, which you know because you've got over time. You then test. If there is a drop detected, the workflow checks your site or form automatically. If the test fails, you know the issue is real. Sometimes there may be a lag in things coming through, data coming through, but if you do the test, and then you can set up to check the form or the landing page automatically, then you can trigger the fix. So you trigger an immediate response you've defined. So it could be to send an alert, to send an email to someone, a message to someone to say, this sales funnel, whatever the workflow is not working. It can be to pause the campaign. You can then set up a workflow that you pause your Facebook ads, your Google ads, because there's a problem with the funnel. Or you can set up an automation to redirect the traffic to another page, a backup page, to make sure that nothing is missed. Because a landing page may be down, it may have become corrupted, or something may have happened. So what you're doing here is setting up a system to monitor this all for you in a much quicker and shorter time frame than either you or your staff could do. So what you're doing is removing panic, you're removing lost sales, you're removing inefficiencies from your system. So how do you take this and build this into your current sales funnel? And like all automations and utilizing AI, we suggest you start small. You identify one critical failure point. It may be a form, it may be a checkout, it may be a link, it may be an email. And you work out what normal performance is. So what normal performance is like in a time period that you want to monitor. You might want to monitor it hourly, daily, weekly. So you work out what the normal performance is like. If you were doing it daily, you'd set up daily monitoring of that metric through your AI tool of choice and your automation. And then you would add a quick test step and how that if it fell below, if it drops by 10%, then it's just, if this happens, then do this. It's your guardrails. It's like when you're sending an email out to a group of customers. If they click this link, send them this. If they open the email but don't click the blog post link, send them a reminder in 2 days. If they don't open the email, send them a revised email in 2 days with a new headline. You're doing the same thing here, a quick test step. If it falls below this, if this metric drops below this, then do this. If this happens, then do that. We are still using the if this, then that framework. So then you create one automatic alert or backup action, whether it's to send someone a text, send someone an email, change the link in the email, change the landing page, pause the ad, what you would advise to do if you were doing it. If you were physically doing it yourself, what would you do? And then you automate that process. Then what you do is you simulate a failure. to see how it responds, to make sure your automation works, to make sure it's identifying and acting and doing as required. And then you go live and let it run for a day, for a week, depending upon your time frame, and see what happens. Then refine, improve, feedback the data to your AI tool of choice and improve. That is your action steps for the next 7 days. And once you've done those 7 on one particular part of your business, you then can replicate it and duplicate it and roll it out to other parts of your business. So what this means, and it shows you that AI learns, adapts, and protects. It will prevent silent revenue leaks or leaks happening that don't get noticed for a long period of time. You're not losing anything whilst you're asleep. You know your systems are monitoring and things are updated even while you're asleep. And it frees your team to focus on the good parts or the growth parts of your business, spending time with customers, servicing customers, looking after customers, not firefighting what's happening with your digital marketing and your digital sales funnels. So this week, set up one leak, probe, and patch loop. See how it goes. Work it through your AI tool of choice and your automations, or Zapier, or Make, or N8N, and see how you go. And if it's working for you, then you can roll it out to other areas of your business. That's us for this week. I hope you found that helpful. If there's anything you'd like us to cover in future episodes of the AI Insight, please leave us a note or send us a message. That feedback helps us improve and make sure that our episodes are relevant to what's occurring in your business. If you'd like to work with us and do things, partner with us, there's a number of ways to do that. One is to subscribe to the Pulse, where each month, it's a monthly subscription. It's $7 a month, and we send you insights into using AI for workflows, AI insights for improving, developing a business. You can join one of our workshops. We run 2. One is on utilizing AI in your marketing, and that's a 4-hour workshop, and it's limited to 3 attendees. Or you can join us for the AI Advantage, where we work with one-on-one with you for 4 hours to create your first AI agent or custom GPT. And the third area is what we call the AI Focus Engine, where we actually come into your business and build things like we've discussed here today, these sort of workflows, these sort of sales funnels, monitoring into your business so that you have a AI insight-driven marketing system in your business. So if any of those of interest to you, just DM us your interest and we'll send you the link. And please provide feedback. Your comments help us improve and make sure that we're presenting something to you that is beneficial to you and your business. But thank you again for today. It's been very good to catch up with you. I hope you have a very prosperous and successful rest of the week. Look out for us on Friday when we present the fix, where we answer 5 of the most common questions we've had during the week on AI. So that's on Friday. But until then, enjoy the rest.